Saturday, July 24th, it's the Born to Ride Great American MOTOFEST at the Boss Hog Ranch, Plant City. Presented by Rubenstein Law, 1-800-FL-LEGAL. The return of the motorcycle rodeo, sled pulls, and so much more. Rooster's Rod Shops, Thunderstruck Rod and Truck Show, Budweiser Chopper Show. All bikes welcome. Roscoe's famous outhouse drags, swap meet, misfit mini bike races, bike games, ice cold Budweiser, food truck rally, TV taping, live radio remotes, live music concerts, Randy Stevens tribute to Stevie Ray Vaughan, Tommy Rock's band tribute to Southern Rock. Win a free cruise for 2 on the High Seas Rally. Win free tires from B Rubber and Metal Sport Wheels. Vendors, call Mama Dukes. Special thanks to our sponsors. Only $5 admission. Proceeds to benefit the Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranches. Saturday, July 24th, the Born to Ride Great American MOTOFEST.
Thanks for tuning in to Born to Ride TV, the longest running biker TV show in the world. This week, it's Webster Swap-A-Rama, first Sunday of every month. Rob from R&R Cycles gives knowledge and finds the super deals. Born to Ride's Great American MOTOFEST is coming. All this and more here on Born to Ride.
Peace out. I'm here with Cartel Baggers. We're about 400 bikers.
We're here having a great time in Key West. Custom bike, custom slingshot. Great time. We do it every year.
The American Cancer Society is working with Ralph from Cartel in order to raise money.
Donations.
Every money that was raised, we'll match it and donate it to the Cancer Research Society.
We and our partner, Rubenstein Law, have really taken pride in trying to help the community in any way that we can.
Anything happens, Rubenstein's Law here behind us.
Hi, we're here at Casa Marina and the yearly pool party raising funds for the American Cancer Society. It's a family event and it's great. Join us.
Party like 1999. There ain't no pool party like a Cartel pool party, huh?
And this one goes out to Gilbert.
Gilbert! Great event that's going to go on every year from this year on, guys.
We have an angel overlooking us. Yes, sir. His name is Leslie.
You guys touch so many lives, and it's just really a privilege for us to be here, and hopefully we continue this partnership.
We would love for you to continue to support the American Cancer Society.
Leslie, I love you, and this is for you.
Hey, it's John and Tim from Rooster's Rod Shop coming to you to talk about the Thunderstruck event on July 24th. What kind of cars are they going to have out there, man?
Any kind of cars.
Any kind.
Any kind.
What about trucks?
Trucks are cool too.
They got
Bring your
one?
motorcycles. We got chopper event happening.
I heard some about some mini bikes.
You got a mini bike?
I got a couple mini bikes.
We'll run them then.
So
yeah, we got that happening. There's we partnered up with Born to Ride magazine.
Who?
Born to Ride.
Oh,
you ain't never heard of them?
Yeah, man, them guys are cool as hell.
All right then.
I dig them guys. You got
these guys right here.
Oh,
right
whoa,
there.
whoa.
And check that out.
All right.
MOTOFEST.
Damn it,
What's
man.
the deal? Yeah, we got car show happening, chopper show.
Where's it gonna be at?
What the hell's that place called?
I think it's with Boss Hog Ranch.
Boss Hog Ranch.
Yeah.
That's right. Right in Plant City.
Yeah.
So y'all should be there.
That's it.
Check it out.
Guys.
Let's make it happen. Make it worth doing.
For sure. Be a good time all day.
Born to Ride is sponsored in part by Rubenstein Law, 1-800-FL-LEGAL, representing riders since 1988. Offices throughout Florida, 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Hi, I'm Charlie Daniels. You're watching Born to Ride.
That's right, folks. I'm Fester Jenkins. In the studio, we do have Rob from R&R.
Thank you.
Years past, you worked with Easy Riders.
Well, we raced with Easy Riders.
Okay. And
what it was is I raced my own team. I started with Tampa Bay Ray. I ended up with Gary Friel and some other people. So I was in it for 8 years, hands-on. And then I got out of it completely. And then 18 years later, they called me up and asked me if I wanted to be the field boss again. So 2 years ago, I took over that job again. So I'm tied up with that. And it's been, rodeos are great. You know, I've been doing it all my life. And it's a lot of fun. They'll find out July 24th.
I was about to say, are you going to be doing the rodeo on July 24th?
Yep, I'm going to be running the show out on the field, and I also got 2 trikes I'm bringing in and a couple of solo bikes to pull with. So I'm going to let some, friends and guests pull on the trike. This is an invitational event, especially because it's the first one. We want people to come out and feel comfortable trying to do some stuff in the rodeo. We're going to set the sled puller up to where it's real light. We're going to have like a 800, 1,000, 1,200 pound class bike, so you can come up with your street bike and we got some weight for you. We'll strap it to the back of the bike and you get a chance to pull the sled. And we can adjust the sled as much as we want, so we can make it easy, we can make it real hard. We'll make it easy so everybody gets a chance to feel how it is, and if they want to come back the second or third round, we can tighten it up a little bit more, and we can stop them wherever we want if we have to. I got 2 of my trikes. We got one at Tampa Bay Race trike, so there'll be 3 trikes there for sure, and this is a real early count. But we're setting the bikes up for solo pullers and stuff like that, so we're going to put on a real good show for them.
Our children come from different backgrounds with different stories. They learn time-honored values like the importance of faith, hard work, and that an education is something no one can take away. They learn that respect begins with themselves and should be given to others. The Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranches, where kids learn, laugh, and dream with people who refuse to give up on them. With your donation today, we can give them a brighter tomorrow.
Oh, yes, indeed, folks. Welcome to another edition of Born to Ride Live. I'm the Flash Man, of course, that guy right over there, Dave Nichols. And Dave, I got to tell you, I think somebody is getting the bug.
What are you saying to me?
I'm saying, guess who else is joining us right now? The man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, my gosh. It's a light bulb. It's himself, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Mr. Ron Galetti's in the house.
That's it.
This might have a light bulb on it, man.
Oh, man.
That must mean he's got ideas coming.
He's got ideas coming for you.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
What'd you say, Ronnie?
Hey, it's good to be on with you guys, man. I tell you, you're doing a great job But I just had to get on today because if you've been watching, you got to see the cartel baggers. I mean, down in the Keys with Rubenstein Law. And I mean, those guys know how to party. And speaking of cartel baggers, we are honored to proclaim that they will be at MOTOFEST, man.
Can we testify?
Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
Is that cool, man? And also, you just saw Rooster's Rods, man, talking about the Thunderstruck car and a rod show and the van card truck, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys, you might even see, I think you saw some burnouts too in this, man. So they're fired up. And
listen, on a side note with that, next time you see the guys from Roosters, I know it was a little touchy subject, but down at Choppertown, ask them about the burnout that took place that was officially unofficial.
Yeah, you have to have the officially unofficial ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys are amazing. And they're going to be part of MOTOFEST coming up here very shortly.
Oh, yeah. And that's what they just told us here on the show. So the viewers got to see that, and we got to see it too. But also, right before we just came on, we got to see the Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranches commercial, because that's really a big, important part of MOTOFEST. We're going to help send a kid to camp. So the more that we can raise to help them, they're helping us help them. And we want to help send a kid to camp. And that's what bikers are about. They're supporting MOTOFEST. And then later on in the show, there's a lot of cool stuff. We're going to go to the time machine with Dale Waxler's
yes.
Wheels
That's a great segment.
But his son, Matt, is going to take us and show us all about the Indian fire breather. I mean, this thing is unbelievable. It's a classic, and it's the fire-breathing Indian from Wheels Through Time. And then after that, guys, Rob from R&R Cycles is going to take us to the swap meet.
Right, and that's great.
At MOTOFEST, but we're going back in time because Rob's keen vision and his knowledge is going to school us all about finding the best stuff at a swap meet, and we're having the swap meet, man. So
honestly, God, I think that's one of the most exciting things that I'm excited about MOTOFEST is that swap meet. I think that's going to be off the chain.
Man, because you never know what's going to be there. And, one other thing, we're going back to a classic with Mr. Dave Nichols talking to none other than Jack Sparrow, man, from last week's show. And that was hilarious, man. We're getting all kinds of comments, how many people love the interaction with you, Dave. Such a talent you are to bring that to us. It's very exciting.
I've always said that, Dave. You are a talent.
Oh, I'm a piece of work, that's for sure.
I've said that too.
Man, go get Mama from the kitchen because you don't want to miss that. And one other thing.
Get her from the kitchen.
Get her from the kitchen. And Joe from FTW Customs, he's going to talk a little bit about why he incorporates women in building motorcycles, and he's really trying to make a difference. An old school biker, an old school biker with some new trends. So, I mean, we got a great show coming up, and we just really appreciate the people tuning in, the comments, the sharing it, and being a part of Born to Ride, man. And you guys are killing it, man. I can't thank you enough for letting me be on here today with you guys.
Because we love it, man.
I do have the ideas.
He does have the ideas. And folks, don't forget, honest to goodness, if you guys are not a part of our Facebook team, make sure you click that subscribe button. Check us out on all the social media platforms. You can check it out at borntoride.com. Of course, there's 25 plus years of biker content for you, and you'll just never get through all of it. So if you love your two wheels as much as we do, make sure you check it out, borntoride.com.
You will be glad you did, friends.
Yeah, and Flash, you're going to be like one of the main guys there, the master of ceremonies, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
can't wait for that, man. I'm looking forward to some of those old school biker games like we used to do. Remember all that cool stuff we used to do back when we were at the Rack over in Brandon and all of those bike events that we used to do out at Cowboys? That's what it reminded me of, bringing us back some of the old school stuff, man.
Yeah, Birdman Mike's coming out. He's got all kinds of games like the weenie bite, the slow race, the tennis ball thing, balloon toss. But Rob's bringing out the rodeo stuff, including barrel racing and, all the sled pull stuff. And Roscoe's bringing out the outhouse drags.
Yes.
Today. So we got a lot of stuff going on and a lot of pictures today, guys.
Look at that. Mike Lichter.
Look at that.
Mike Lichter. So we're going to be talking to Mike in the next week or so. We're going to be talking to Michael about what he's got going on in Sturgis. A big show coming up. And
big show.
Told him we'd love to help him promote it and be a part of it. So I don't want to take up all your time today, guys, but I just wanted to thank you for having me on. And you're doing an excellent job. The people love you guys. We love the biking community. And Born to Ride is real, man. It's about the people. It's about you people out there.
Yes.
It's your stories. We're just storytellers. So we appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
Yes, we do. And without further ado, let's get into segment 1. Here we go. It's Born to Ride Live.
Hey, it's Debbie with Born to Ride. Tune in every Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m. on the Boss Hog Radio, a fast hour of good talk. Good biker talk, what you really want to hear.
In the studio, not only is Skyler, but we got the head honcho himself, Joe, the welder. Joe, FTW, man.
Joe's trying to escape.
You're helping us. You're helping us. You got to talk into the mic now.
Yes, sir.
You're talking.
Okay.
You're helping us bring the rodeo back with R&R Cycles. We can't thank you enough. It's a lot to bring it in here, man. But we appreciate you stepping up and helping Tampa Bay get some great entertainment.
It's my pleasure, man. This is how I grew up. This is the lifestyle I grew up in. And I'm not from where I was originally spawned. So I got to make this my home. And if it's going to be my home, we're going to have a lot of fun.
Well,
that's where you're supposed to have fun.
Joe, I guess about 6-8 weeks ago, I was over there. You were helping me out with my Harley Slim, and we were working with the tail lights that I finally got fixed. Okay, different story there on that one, that's for sure. But it's a mess there.
Cut mine all out.
I know. But I mean, I walked into the shop there. And you're saying you're going to be you're thinking 5 or 6 bikes is what you're hoping to do?
For 9 or 10.
Okay, well, good grief. I'm thinking, that shop it didn't have a lot going on at that particular time, so you've had to have been busy in the past few weeks here.
I'm very busy. Skyler and I'm busy all the time. I work a lot at night because it's easier for me.
Joe, so what's coming up in the future then? I mean, you got the concepts, or you got that old school New York Indian Larry kind of feel to some of the bikes that I've seen you build, and it's really awesome. At Chopper Town, people were digging what you got. But what some of the new bikes, what kind of concepts, if you can let us in on them, what do you think you're going to do? Just everyday riders? Or
all my bikes are everyday riders. Even the Choppers are everyday riders. If they're not, the riders themselves aren't everyday. Because my stuff won't fall apart on you. I'm a freak about that. I don't like doing maintenance all the time, so I make sure there is, everything's done well. Everything's done to where it won't break down. Things won't fall off it when you go down the road.
But what are you looking to build? What is it going to look like?
Old bikes. I have visions. I know what they want to look like.
What kind of motors? Displacements?
Displacement's huge. Life begins at 100, but that's me. That goes back to the whole trade and paint thing.
Hold on a minute. Dave Nichols, you still on there? Joe's speaking he's speaking that real deal kind of thing, isn't he, Dave?
It's really true, man. And you know what? All of us love certain kind of bikes. And for me, I think the prettiest motor that Harley ever built was the Panhead. To me, that is just, some people prefer shovel heads and stuff like that. But I think that they are a piece of jewelry. I think they're a work of art. And so if I were ever going to have Joe build me a chopper, it would have to have a pan in it.
It would have a killer panhead. Yeah. That's one of my favorites, too.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Dave. Thanks for being part of the show, Skyler, Joe.
One other thing real quick. How do they get in touch with FTW?
You can either contact me directly, or you can go to the FTW Facebook page, or you can call 646-416-3332.
Thank you, guys. And Dave, I don't want to jump off subject too much, but why don't you give us the breaking news about High Seas Rally?
So as we all know, the High Seas Rally is the only truly great biker cruise of the Caribbean. That you there listening to this, you can be a part of this. If you show up at MOTOFEST, there will be a booth there for the High Seas Rally, and you can win a stateroom for 2 and cruise with us to the Caribbean, and we're going to have one heck of a good time. Now, here's the thing. It's being postponed until October of 2022, and the reason is that the Royal Cruise Line, they still wanted to impose, 6 foot of distance between people and have people wear masks. And the good people of the High Seas Rally said, no, we don't want to do that. Because you don't understand who we're talking with here. We're talking about a group of bikers going on a cruise, and they're not going to be interested in social distancing. So what they did is this. They made a deal with Royal Caribbean Line so that this cruise is going to go on, but it's going to be October 2022, and all the booze is free.
Ooh. Did you say all the booze, like for one person at a time can drink? Tell us why we should go on that High Seas Rally. If you got Jack, might as well have him tell us.
Jack, can you come over here and talk to these people? No, just come over here. It's not a big deal. I don't know that what was the deal on the radio, because I've had a bit of rum. You're always drinking rum. Just sit down and tell them about the cruise. Well, I can tell you this, friends. It is absolutely the single most wonderful cruise that you could possibly go on, is if you don't, in fact, have the Black Pearl, which of course I do. But being that you don't, you might as well go on a cruise ship and have a wonderful time, eh? So here's what I want you to do. I would like you to go down to MOTOFEST. Now, I won't be there because I'm double parked. My ship is double parked and I can't make it. But if you go to MOTOFEST, what you will do is this. You'll go down to the booth where the High Seas Rally is, and people are hanging out there, and you say, I'd like to win the free cruise, please. And if they don't give you the free cruise, let me know and I shall come and punish them.
Because of the High Seas Rally, they're going to give away Ocean View cabin for two at MOTOFEST here at the Boss Hog Radio Ranch. Right here, right, Boss Hog? Is that right, Fester?
Boss Hog Ranch, no doubt about it. July 24th. That's a Saturday.
Yes.
Jack, were you in on getting us that? Did you pull some strings, sir?
Well, I wouldn't pull strings exactly, but I did pull something. he just keeled over.
Just passed out. Okay.
That's cool. He's hanging out with you that day.
Hope he remembers
That's
Pete.
what happened.
Mini Bike Misfits. Is someone on the line?
Mason from Mini Bikes Misfits is on the line, and we've got to thank All Steel Buildings for presenting and bringing the Mini Bike Misfits. But Mason, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here. I'm somewhere in South Carolina right now, between here and Rockingham.
But you're going to be somewhere else. You're going to be somewhere Saturday, July 24th, man. Tell us what Tampa Bay is going to witness when you guys come in here with the Misfit hooligans.
So pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to be bringing down some pro mod Misfit mini bikes. I'm going to bring my team down. I've actually invited another team that's kind of local, bringing them out, and I've also got another team coming out. So right now I think there's going to be 4 different mini bike teams that are going to be coming down here to fight to see who is the best on the 24th. And I mean, it's going to be a lot of really cool racing, because I'm telling you, these guys, they don't like to lose. I don't like to lose. And Mackenzie, she's going to be racing not only in the powder puff or nothing like that. I'm talking about with the dudes, and she gives us a run for our money, too.
Well, I heard there were some other guys coming, too, that aren't part of the Mini Bike Misfits, so they're saying they can beat you guys. What do you got to say about that?
I got to say, they can try. I mean, that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? It's all about the race, and, we can talk trash all day long. We can tell each other we're going to beat each other, but there's only one time you can really find out when that is, and that's going to be on the 24th. You got to come out there and see that. Any questions about how they maybe can get in touch with me or the rest of the Misfits and look at our team, they can actually go to www.minibikerace.com, and that's going to send them straight to my website. They can get any of my gear down to the shirts that we all race in on every race, hats, all kind of cool stuff, and also they can see our schedule. They can see you guys on there. On the 24th, we're going to be down there at Born to Ride, and you can come down and see that on the schedule, and we try to keep everyone up to date on there. So again, that's minibikerace.com.
So what are they in for, man? Come on, tell us.
Well, just to kind of recap, I guess from really Angel City, you guys, me and my boy Daniel Cooney, we were side by side. I'm talking about, it literally looked like in his GoPro footage, he was riding on the back of my bike with me at some points of the time. And it was, people either had Team Mason or Team Daniel. It was kind of like, the whole Twilight Saga or whatever, where everyone had their own side. And people were rooting for Daniel and people were rooting for me. And I'm talking about, it was crazy. And it ended up in a really crazy violent wreck. And Daniel ended up going over his handlebars and wrecking all out and stuff. And, it was like I said, it was quite the show. And I watched it myself time and time again, and just thought, man, that was a good show. All right, guys, do not miss out on this July 24th Born to Ride expedition of the Mini Bike Misfit Races. We are going to be out there going crazy on our mini bikes. We have up to 30 horsepower, running up to 50 miles an hour on this track, and it is going to be wild. Do not miss out on the Born to Ride Great American MotoFest, and also don't forget about All Still Buildings, because they are the ones who made this all happen. I want to give a big shout out to them. Thank you, guys.
Man, that's awesome. And man, we can't thank you enough for being a part of this. We got to get some more catch-ups with you guys in the next few weeks.
Absolutely, guys. Like I said, stick with us. There's a lot to come.
What's going on, guys? Mason, Mini Bike Misfits. Just letting you guys know, don't miss out on Born to Ride's MotoFest on July 24th. A big shout out to All Still Buildings for supporting us Misfits and sponsoring the mini bike races. Also, gotta say, big shout out to Go Power Sport for always making sure we're the fastest on the track. See you guys on the 24th.
And we are back.
Amazing.
Here we are.
Hi, folks.
I'm just in. I cannot wait for MotoFest. I'm telling you right now, Dave.
It's going to be the most fun. I'm telling you. Just the biker rodeo games alone.
Yeah.
What's it cost? $5 to get in?
I think it's something ridiculously low like that.
Come on. You got to come down. It's Plant City out at the Boss Hog Ranch. Beautiful location. Beautiful. Hopefully it'll be gorgeous weather. July 24th. And just get your buns down there. Throw your leg over that bike, fire her up, and go on down for
Come on down. Throw the tent in the backpack and just get on down there and let's have a great time with this thing. I am, like you said, I am so looking forward to getting on and hosting some of those old school biker games like we used to do back at some of these cool biker events that we used to do. And it's a shame that COVID really knocked so much of that out, but it's just great that everybody's getting back in the swing of things.
We're back. Do you know where I live? We don't have to wear masks anymore.
Love it.
It's like what a world.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And looking
not only is there going to be this great motorcycle rodeo, there's live music, there's great food, there's beer, there's like besides the rodeo stuff, there's the outhouse races from Roscoe's.
Yeah, Roscoe's bringing the outhouses down, and I hope they empty them first. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. Well, friends, let me tell you what's coming up on the show. We have a great piece from the Wheels of Time Museum.
You got a chance to kind of peruse that clip. You going to give me a little insight on what's happening?
Yeah, you're going to see a beautiful antique Indian called a fire breather, and you're going to find out why when we see Dale Waxler's son is now the proprietor of Wheels Through Time, and he's going to take us through that. Incredible. If you get a chance, go down and see the Wheels Through Time Museum.
That is on my I guess would be my bucket list.
It's your bucket list, buddy. Yeah. That, and then we're going to go out to Swamp-O-Rama, and not Swamp-O-Rama, Swap-O-Rama.
Right.
And our good friend Rob Swillinger from R&R Cycles, he's going to show you stuff. I love this guy. He's
sort of a master. He's sort of a master at that.
He is. He will find stuff, and he'll say, now you see this little piece of metal? See how it bends to the left instead of the right? Well, they changed that in 1947.
Yeah.
And he'll know this stuff.
And he honestly knows it.
Right.
How do you have that much knowledge in your melon?
And
where do you fit it all, Dave?
You know, it's like this carburetor here will only fit on. It's like, how do you? I mean, I used to be kind of like that, but it's what he lives for.
Yeah,
you know,
I was too. My dad was a shop mechanic, and he was the chief mechanic on the old B-50 bombers back in the day, and so I got a little bit of that handed down. Then he was a chief mechanic at our local post office, which was the main hub for years back in the 70s. So I was around a lot of mechanical stuff, and I knew cars and things like that. But to get as minute and the detail that he knows, it'll amaze you. You're going to see that.
You're going to see that right now, folks, right here on Born to Ride Live. Enjoy Mr. Rob Swellinger. Here we go.
If Instagram is your thing, we're there. We're everywhere. Follow us at #Born to Ride Motorcycle Media, your #1 motorcycle resource.
Hey guys, Matt Waxler here from Wheels Through Time Museum. Exciting day. We've got the 1915 Indian Model D1 down from the table. Brandon and his grandfather Jim came in, told me all sorts of great stories about firing this machine up about 4 years ago with my dad. That's the last time this motorcycle ran. We sat here and reminisced about it enough where these guys gave me the itch. It's like, let's get this thing back down, fire it up again. So really, really cool day today. Now, the Model D1, as we know it, this is the only example of a motorcycle like this from the Indian Motorcycle Company. 1000cc racing motorcycle. This one's got all sorts of special trim. So pocket valve engine, as you can see, it's got the funky can exhaust here that was some modification of the previous owner. Now the Model D1, different than your standard board track racing motorcycles in that most of your board trackers, no brakes, no clutch, direct drive. This one here is set up with both a brake and a clutch. So right here you've got the rear brake. It's actually a coaster brake style setup. You can see the adjustable linkage, band brake inside of the drum here. Pedal start motorcycle. Over on this side, you've actually got the clutch mechanism. Now, this being a pedal start bike, what we've done is we've taken the clutch linkage off so we can pedal this thing easily, but the Indian countershaft clutch here separates the primary and the secondary drive. So first chain's always spinning, you activate that clutch, you can get your rear wheel and your rear chain to stand still. Really pretty incredible stuff. About a 2-gallon, 1.75-gallon gas tank. You've got the oil tank down low. Now we've got this motorcycle primed. We've run this bike once already today just to make sure everything's dialed in and operating the way that it should. Now we're going to be running the bike on spray. We're still having some fuel delivery issues. This is what we call a tomato can carburetor. So the early Indian Headstrom carburetor is extremely primitive. We're having some fuel delivery issues with this. We think we've got it pinpointed. So it's going to be take this thing apart. It looks like we need to solder a new emulsion tube back into the carburetor. Once we get that done, this thing ought to be firing and running dependably. So today we're going to run this on spray. Brandon's going to be fixing me up with the supply here, get this thing pedal starting, and away we should be going. So we've got Split-Dorf magneto. It's gear driven. This is a single cam engine with internal cam followers. Again, pocket valves, so the intake's open down. down, the exhaust valves open up. Really spindly little engines these Indians are, compared to a Harley of the same year. You get Harley Davidson, much more industrial. Doesn't necessarily mean it's faster. These things absolutely fly. The Headstrom engine was extremely competitive on the tracks back then. This one, again, set up with all sorts of cool trim, the brake, the clutch, really neat steering dampener here that's just a friction dampener. Same thing on the front, suspension dampener. Indians famous for their leaf spring, trailing link front ends, leaf spring suspension here, and then what you've got is the scissor shock dampener that lets that slows that down and dampens the front end quite a bit. So very useful on the bumpy stuff. We're gonna get this thing going, guys. So Brandon, if you want to grab the spray, and we've just fired it the once. Hopefully it fires off as easy as it does the second time. So decompress the engine. We actually roll this all the way back, and what you've got is exhaust valves are lifted. It allows you to pedal this up to speed, get some inertia with your flywheels, drop the compression release, and we should be running in no time. So we got the air bleed where we at, Brandon? Yep, got her closed. And then as we run this, we'll go ahead and open that up and see if we can get it to breathe fire just a little bit more. Okay, so here we are. We're closed and back. This thing has 3 different air bleeds on the carburetor. It's amazing how you could make something so primitive into something so complicated. So we're going to do our best to make this thing run like she should today, and over the next week or so we'll pull this down, fix the carburetor, slap it back together. Maybe one day we'll be making laps on the track. So, all right, here we go. What a deal, what a motorcycle. That was a ton of fun, man. As you guys can see, it absolutely barks flames, throws fire like nobody's business. We got some carburetor work to do on this. He was feeding it perfectly, just enough to give it some revs and see what it's all about. Couple hours, we'll have this thing back together. Make sure you join us next time. Make sure you tune in all of our Facebook and YouTube programming. Machines just like this, museum that runs right here at Wheels Through Time. We're firing up all sorts of rare motorcycles. We'll see you next time.
Swaparama! 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 Swaparama!
We've been in business here with the Florida Swap Meet here at Webster since 1995. We have anywhere between 200 to 300 vendors every first of the month. So it's been something people have been coming around the whole country for, and we obviously really help the cycle community. We don't oversaturate it by having it every week, so it's an event, a once-a-month event for the bikers, and everybody really seems to really enjoy coming here, having a good time. We got food, drink, we've got, like I say, deals and parts and everything, so it's a one-shop-takes-all event. Well, like I say, it's a flea market, but it's guaranteed toward bikers. So it's everything, like I say, than going online, but you get to actually touch it and feel it and see it and haggle with the vendors and just talk, bike talk with everybody. So it's something more than just buying a part online. You really get a true experience working with everybody. We definitely take pride in holding any kinds of events where we can actually make money for the different hospitals and the charities and all that. We've done the Moffitt, we're doing the Shriners, we've done other health welfare events from this market and the Howard's Flea Market in Homosassa, trying to help out the community besides just providing a service. Yeah, Howard's Flea Market, it's open on Saturdays and Sundays, every Saturday and Sunday, 52 weeks a year, and like I said, it services the north part of Florida here. You can call in advance and get a spot. You can come out the morning of. We open up at 5:30. You just show up the morning of. By 5:30, 6 o'clock, and you're setting up and ready to go by 7.
And now hundreds of bikes are rolling in right now, man. People are coming from all over. This is really a big thing for the biker community.
Yeah, we do appreciate that. Like I say, we have a great following, and like I said, we're very happy to take care of the biker community. Thanks everybody, all the visitors, vendors, coming by, making this a great swap meet. Yeah, they go cyclemeet.com. All the information's there.
And you know what? This is a good destination for so many bikers during the day. I mean, where you're going to do, let's meet up at Webster. You can start off in your own hometown. You end up here at Webster. You walk around, have a couple beers, and then you go for a ride. And,
yeah.
I mean, it's a big destination on Sundays. If you live in Tampa area, like what I did in Darby, you'd see all the bikes go by. They're all going to be out here, man. Come on out and see the place.
Swaparama! Swaparama!
Well, we got a lower end that's still together, but it's a twin cam engine. It's in pieces. So this is a good opportunity for people to see what the engine looks like that have never seen one apart. Of course, you got your cylinders missing, and then you got your head sitting on top of it. But this is what the twin cam engine looks like when it's apart and in pieces. And it usually gets stripped down this far when they hop them up for you at the Harley shop, but never past that. They'd hardly ever change out the stroke. So this is a chance to see what they look like. These are the 95 cubic inch cylinders and pistons, and you can go oversized on this. But the two rods hanging out there, you got your cam gear and your drive gear. Now this motor's fuel injected, no doubt about it. The cylinders, of course, are missing, but the heads would sit on top of it. There's the head. The head would sit on top of it just like that. And that's what your twin cam engine looks like when it's all in one piece. So now you know what the insides look like. An engine like this right here is probably about $1,000 with all the parts and pieces. It would probably take another $800 in parts, and then probably $1,200 in labor to put it all back together as a fresh motor again. What you wanting for this?
I'd like to get 8, but I'm open for a good offer.
Well, what'd I say, 9?
Yeah.
I just quoted 9.
It's a complete motor.
Oh, you got the rest of it also.
Yep.
This is the cam cover.
The cam cover.
Yeah, this. Well, see, now everybody will recognize it. There's your cam cover. Okay. Once we slide it in place, there's your twin cam engine now. In case you didn't recognize it earlier. And that's a great deal. $800 for an engine. Like I said, $800 for this engine. The valve job looks like it's okay. I'm not sure about the pistons and cylinders. You'd have to mic them out. But the cam drive, everything else is all in good shape still. So for somebody that's going to the AMI school or something like that wants to start building a bike from pieces, this is an incredible engine to start with.
Swaparama! 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 Swaparama!
looks like some interesting stuff.
Well, it looks like he's got a shovel head, of course, an old flat side. I call him flat side. Some people call him slab sides, but I've never heard of that my entire life until about 5 years ago. But he's also got a flathead engine over there. I think it's a big twin 80, so let's go take a look. I'm thinking if you're restoring an older bike, this is the guy you need to talk to. If he doesn't have the parts you're looking for on the tables, I'm sure he knows where to get them, because he's got all the old stuff here. The oil pumps and the carburetors. You know, these are like liquid gold. I mean, these are cast iron. You see it? These are cast iron. You can rebuild them. They never really wear out. They might break or go bad if a gear messes up. The same thing with the carburetors. These things are, this body's probably at least $100 just for this piece. By the time you got it rebuilt with all the other parts and pieces, it probably worth $750. He's got all the early 45 parts. He's got everything he's got out here is a treasure, you know. So if you're trying to restore a bike and you want to be specific to the year, this guy's got the parts you need. If you ask him for the specific parts, I'm sure if you don't have them here, he'll bring them to you at the next event. Well, see, there's two different styles here now. You got to see the difference here, where it's smooth, and this one's got an extra ridge on it. So the extra ridge has got the oiler built in there, so it's an adjustable oiler. So these are two different. I think one's an early panhead and one's late panhead. Hey, partner, you got a second?
Yeah.
What's the difference in the oil pumps?
This is an earlier panhead pump, and that's a later panhead pump. You can tell it by the rib right there.
With the boss?
I don't know what you got here. I didn't look at it. Yeah, this is a real early one.
That's an early pan.
Well, it's a late knucklehead and an early pan.
Okay.
They're almost the same. The width of the gears change a little bit.
Right. And what would this piece be worth?
Oh, that's like $100.
Isn't that what you said? I'm pretty close today, pretty accurate, you know, because I know what this stuff's worth too, and I wouldn't give it away for less than 100. Want to get it?
$20. What do you say? What do you say?
Wow. Swap me, for God's sake.
What's your offer?
10.
15.
12.
14, 50.
13 is my highest.
50. 50. 10.
58.
5. 58.
So.
Give me $13.
Whoa, so swap.
Oh,
Okay. Well, hey,
as Matthew says,
all right.
I
danced last night.
Hey, all right.
We'll be right back with more.
Born to Ride.
We got kettle corn. It's just sweet and salty goodness. I mix it with a lot of love.
What kind of love do you put in there? How do you do that?
Sugar.
Is he telling the truth?
He is. He's got a lot of sugar going on.
Well, what's the real secret?
He's got
Stirring
talent.
it really fast.
What's that?
Stirring it really fast.
He's got talent.
I got talent. It's popcorn, but I melt sugar down on it, and when it pops, it caramelizes to the corn, so it gives it a sweet. And then once I salt it, it's a sweet and salty combination, and it's really good. Cowboys kettle corn. We'll be right back with Born to Ride and kettle corn at Webster Swap Meet.
3, 2, 1.
We'll be right back with Born to Ride, Webster Swap Meet. Come and get you some kettle corn. We'll be right back with Born to Ride at Webster Swap Meet. Come and get you some kettle corn. That's pretty good.
Right back for more. Born to Ride.
Swaparama! Swaparama!
have anywhere between 200 to 300 vendors every first of the month. So it's been something people have been coming around the whole country for, and we obviously really help the cycle community. We don't oversaturate it by having it every week, so it's an event, a once a month event for the bikers, and everybody really seems to really enjoy coming here, having a good time. Go cyclemeet.com, all the information's there.
Swaparama! Swaparama!
We're going treasure hunting and find some treasure. You think some treasure's out here today?
Already seen some, man. There's been a bunch of stuff out here. You see pogo sticks.
Cast iron gold.
I saw 3 pogos today.
I've seen a lot of carburetors already today. I've seen flathead parts that I normally never see. Benches got, flathead parts on them, shovelhead parts. There's transmissions out here. There's everything you need out here to put a bike together. You can't do it in one day like they show you on TV, but it's the best way to go about it if you don't have a bunch of money. Go ahead and come out here and start buying. Make sure you know what you're looking for. Make sure you drag your stuff along in a wagon and make it fit. And then, I'll buy it, but I'm not going to buy it if I don't know it fits.
This is the only place around the country that has a swap meet every Sunday, the first Sunday of every month. Everywhere else you go, they might have it in the winter months, they might have an occasional, but here they have one every month. And they come from all over the South. They come from Miami, they come from Atlanta, they come from Alabama,
There's a bunch of Ohio guys down here right now.
So Rob, what do you think, man? Where are we off to?
Let's go look at some old stuff.
It's Webster's Swaparama Cycle Auto Swap Meet. First Sunday of every month, 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Hey Ron, check this out. It's a K model, I'm not sure what year, but this is the first motorcycle I owned one just like it, so let's take a look. This looks like a 1952 or 53 maybe, a 750cc. You can see it's like a Sportster pretty much, but it's got the flatheads on it because there was no overhead valves. So it was still flathead, but it was the update that Harley Davidson was doing in 1957. They came out with the Sportster, and this was the bike that was the predecessor to it because it had the trapdoor transmission, the whole 9 yards. This was Harley's gold mine when it comes to track racing again. And let's take a look at it. Let's see what year we got here. A 53. This is something that you could buy and restore. There's still enough of it here to go ahead and restore the bike back to original condition. Of course, there's no tank with it. Originally, it's the wrong front end, but the motor itself is all there, and that's what the important part is because it goes by the engine numbers, not by the frame numbers. Well, the K models, the carburetor was always coming out the wrong side. It had muffler plumber fittings. Come in here, take a look at this. When you were putting the motor together, you had to leave the cylinders loose, and then you would put the manifold on and tighten it as tight as you can get it, and then take a hammer and chisel down on it to get these nuts tight enough, because the wrench they made wouldn't work. It was a spanner wrench, and it kept coming loose. So to get these things tight to where you could really run some higher compression, you had to take a chisel to it. A dull one, not a sharp one, but a dull chisel, and just knock it around. And when it got hot, you'd tighten down the cylinder nuts, tighten up the intake nuts, and go faster, go faster. I would say $1,800 would be a great price.
Swaparama! Swaparama!
These guys just stole the show. Of course, they brought some antique bikes out that are very close to original. We got a knucklehead, panhead, and a flathead. Very rare, all hardtails, spring and front end, so they're all 48 or older. And they rode the bikes here, it looks like, so let's take a look at them. The 45 motor, the 45 flathead and the 80 flathead are hard to recognize sometimes because they both look the same. There's a slight difference in the heads and the cylinders, but the easiest way to tell if it's a 45 is the chain side. The 45 chain has this drive on the right-hand side like Sportsters do. That's where they got it from, and all big twins all have the left side drive. So if you look at a bike and it's got a left side drive Harley, it's a big twin. It's not a 45. This is 55 and older. There's a big crossover difference. In the old days, the older guys would say, "Well, I don't do anything O-ring." Well, in 1955, the panheads went from the plumber's fittings, which were the hard nuts, to O-rings, and that was a cutoff year for a lot of guys, just like I was with fuel injection. When fuel injection first came out, it's like I don't even need to deal with it. So I've been doing carburetor bikes for a long time now, and I'm into the fuel injection now, but still, it's one of them cutoff deals. It's like, the young generation versus the old. And the O-ring was the deal, 1955. I feel like I'm a young kid again, because these types of bikes were missing for a long time. We went from the chopper era to the not the bagger era, but the stock era, where nobody liked a chopper, and then the choppers came back out and went crazy, and they're gone now. The big wheels are out, but the big comeback right now is the old bikes. The kids are buying up panheads and Sportsters and junk, and they're just putting them together, making them look good, making them rideable, and they're cool as hell, and it's coming back. It's like what was old is new again, so don't throw away any of your junk. It's not junk anymore. Bring it out to the Webster's swap meet and talk to some of your friends. Come on out, see us.
It's Webster's Swap-A-Rama Cycle Auto Swap Meet. First Sunday of every month, 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Saturday, July 24th, it's the Born to Ride Great American MOTOFEST at the Boss Hog Ranch, Plant City. Presented by Rubenstein Law, 1-800-FL-LEGAL. The return of the motorcycle rodeo, sled pulls, and so much more. Rooster's Rod Shops, Thunderstruck Rod and Truck Show, Budweiser Chopper Show. All bikes welcome. Roscoe's famous outhouse drags, swap meet, misfit mini bike races, bike games, ice cold Budweiser, food truck rally, TV taping, live radio remotes, live music concerts, Randy Stevens tribute to Stevie Ray Vaughan, Tommy Rock's band tribute to Southern Rock. Win a free cruise for 2 on the High Seas Rally. Win free tires from B Rubber and Metal Sport Wheels. Vendors, call Mama Dukes. Special thanks to our sponsors. Only $5 admission. Proceeds to benefit the Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranches. Saturday, July 24th, the Born to Ride Great American MOTOFEST.
Seattle Engraving Center, the masters of gun customization, featuring incredible detailed engraving, 24-karat gold plating, diamonds, gems, murals, amazing gold accents, first-class quality, 100% satisfaction. More bang for your buck from their showroom. Raise money for your charity with a one-of-a-kind prize. Seattle Engraving. You dream it, they will create it.
The demand for Harley-Davidsons is at an all-time high. People are buying Harley-Davidsons as fast as we can stock them. That makes your bike worth more than ever before. If you ever wonder what that bike sitting in your garage is worth, it's never been easier than right now. Come visit us at Crystal Harley-Davidson, located in Homosassa, Florida, or visit us at crystalharley.com.
Wow.
Unbelievable how the time flies, Dave.
Oh, yes. Another hour goes by of Born to Ride Live. Ladies and gentlemen.
Is so correct. And don't forget, folks, after the show, if you just can't get enough and you need more, you need to feed yourself with more Born to Ride.
Yes.
Check out borntoride.com. Check out all of the back issues. You can check out all of our social media pages, YouTube and Instagram and all of them. There's a ton of them out there, 25 years of Born to Ride content, all right there at your fingertips and the click of a mouse.
That's correct. And don't forget, MotoFest is coming July 24th. You need to be there. Absolutely.
I will be. Oh, I'll be there. I'm hosting a lot of stuff
He's
out
the
there,
host.
Dave.
That guy is the host. Okay?
It's all over this. Over this.
You can say you knew him when.
Yeah, exactly. or before. I knew him before he got in and on some of the outhouse racing.
That's right. That's right. So anyway, folks, we really appreciate you being here with us again. Don't forget to come back next week, next Tuesday. We'll do it.
And don't
all
forget,
again.
but happy 4th of July, everybody. That's going to be upon us this weekend. So we will have celebrated the 4th of July, our Independence Day, before we speak next, Dave.
Exactly right. Can't wait.
So Nork and I and So we'll catch you guys in. Until then, keep that rubber side down and the good side up. I just threw that in there, Dave.
I like how he did. He just threw that in.
I threw it right in there. And we will see you guys next time right here on Born to Ride Live. You guys have a great week, everybody.
See ya.
Is your business becoming invisible? Create a great advertising relationship today with Born to Ride.